Hello, my name is Cheyenne McKie-Henry, and today I will be talking about Never Alone and how it affects domestic violence. Have you ever seen someone be abused in public, mentally, physically, or emotionally? I did. What did you do? Many of us seen it but never said anything to stop the abuse from happening. We all might have known someone who has been abused or a victim of abuse. We have to come up with a brand that can help these attacks from continuing. This is why I want to talk to you about Never Alone. Not only can you save a life, but you can also feel like you were the superhero that saved the day by making the call. Today, I'll be promoting Never Alone by explaining some statistics about domestic violence, how everyone can benefit from Never Alone, and finally, I will explain ways you can prevent abuse from continuing. Let's begin by sharing the statistics. The World Health Organization claims that domestic violence is typically violence against women. This includes those in and out of relationships. WHO has revealed that 1 in 3 or 35% of women worldwide have experienced some form of domestic violence by a male in their lifetime. To put this in a bigger, more elaborate perspective, a rough estimate of about 1 billion women who vary in age groups have experienced domestic violence at least once in their life. According to WHO, 38% of the murders of women are done by abusive males. 42% domestic violence results in injuries, and 16% of rape victims experience miscarriages, while 41% experience preterm births. Considering the staggering numbers shown of men and women suffering from domestic abuse, it is now becoming a dire issue in the community. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, roughly 20 per minute and physical abuse by their partners in the United States. This measures to 10 million men and women subjected to domestic violence in 1 year. In addition to health and mental impact, domestic abuse and violence also affects people economically and socially. This heavy abuse can place emotional and physical strain, which results in poor productivity at the workplace and loss of revenue. It has been resulted that 21 to 60% of victims lost their jobs due to situations originating from domestic violence and abuse. This type of abusive behavior in a household can affect other family members, such as children, causing the children to suffer abuse as well and create unhealthy and toxic environments for them to grow up in. Now let's talk about the statistics. Now that we talked about the statistics, let's talk about the savior. We can search for different hotlines and websites that reach out victims of domestic abuse. This makes Never Alone better than the competition. It's discreetness of the device. According to statistics collected by the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 58% of college students say they didn't know what to do to help someone who is a victim of domestic abuse. 38% of college students say they don't know how to get help themselves if they were a victim of dating abuse. The purpose of the app is not only to help victims of domestic abuse, but also to educate those who are able to help in ways which they can offer assistance. So let's start doing something about this worldwide issue. The purpose of Never Alone is to let the victim know that they are truly never alone. If they need help or assistance from anyone, all they need to do is to press the button on the accessory of choice that they purchase. This product will be extremely beneficial because it will not put the victim at any harm than they already have been due to the discreet nature. It is not easy to be a victim to have direct access to the phone call for 911 if needed, But this product, by pressing the button, people in their surroundings will be notified and will be able to call 911. Through the phone app that the accessory will be linked to, there will be access to domestic violence hotlines if further assistance is needed in regards to therapy or finding accommodations for the victim. There are several ways to support victims of domestic abuse. To sum up, I shared with you Never Alone, which encourages bystanders to see it, say it, and help possibly save a life. I hope that Never Alone becomes popular so victims won't have to constantly feel like they are alone. If someone asks you the question, if you've seen someone be abused physically, mentally, or emotionally, remember Never Alone. Everyone deserves to feel safe.